Okay, everyone. Good morning to all of you. T4, morning Zhao Zheng, morning Cheng Hao, Man Hing, morning Samuel, morning Sutij, Alalam, Wei Huan, morning Saat, morning Bani. Morning Z. Okay, good to hear from at least half the class. All right, wonderful. Okay, I hope the rest of you are also there. Okay, I gave you 5 minutes to do whatever. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, supposed to be 16 of you, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so one of your friends probably is not around yet. Never mind. Okay. So guys, how are you this morning? Your Wednesday with 2 weeks left before you complete your foundation.
I have a question related to the timetable.
Yes.
After we finish a foundation, so there is a revision break and exam. So what is that, ma'am?
Um, you sometimes when we have this final exams, right? For some subjects, you have final exams. So what happens is that they normally give you a week for revision or buffer week. Okay, normally there is no class at that time, but if any lecturer wants to use that week for extra classes or for anything like that, they will inform you guys. All right, so normally you finish at week 12. All classes normally finish at week 12, and then that the week after week 12, that is known as a buffer week or revision week before the week for the final exams. Yeah, so it's your first semester, so probably you're not very familiar with that yet. Yeah, I think. Do you have any subjects that you still have final exams?
Ma'am, I think mathematics.
Only math?
We don't have any exams for anyone except we are just giving mathematics test, quiz, and
Yeah, so everything has moved to alternative assessment already. So you probably have nothing going on that week. Maybe like for example, our alternative assessment, I'm thinking about giving it only in week 12 so that you have more time because at least you don't have classes, right? So I'll see how it goes. But you normally don't have classes in the buffer week, only if the lecturer needs to use that week for extra lessons or something like that. Otherwise, there's nothing.
okay, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am, second semester will start. There will be anything briefing. They will say that the second semester is starting. Anything.
Normally, there is no briefing. You will just need to check your timetable. Do you know the existence of your there's something called course schedule?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you will refer to the course schedule. So like it's showing now is our week 10, week 11, week 12, and then you probably have like a revision week. And then I don't know if you have another extra week of break. I'm not sure. It depends on the semesters. And then after that, your second semester will start. You just have to see the date on the schedule, the course schedule.
Ma'am, can you show us?
Um,
We
okay,
are
I
not
don't know
familiar.
how students view it, but I can tell you how I view it on AppSpace because I don't know what you guys see on AppSpace. Yeah. Just a second. So what I see on AppSpace is a lot of things like this, okay? For example, if you look at your AppSpace under more, you try and find this thing, course schedule. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I think normally you can. All right. So you have to find your intake. You guys are 2104, right? 2104. Let me just click 2104 engineering. I think everyone can access this, if I'm not mistaken, because students used to refer to this. I don't think things have changed. Okay, let's see. So, okay, so now you are here. You are now here. You guys started in April. I know it's a little tiny. Let me zoom some more. Right, you guys started in April, at the end of April. As you can see now, we are here, week 28th of June. Next week will be week of 5th of July. That means 5th of July is Monday. 12th of July is the following Monday. All right, that is your week 12. And then here they gave you 1 week of buffer, 1 week of exam, but you don't have exam, right, for most of your subjects. Your second semester, according to this, is starting August, wait, let me see, August, the week of 2nd of August. All right, according to the schedule here, your second semester starts on the week of 2nd August. What day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What day is your class? You have to wait for your timetable.
So, ma'am,
Yeah?
we have a 3 weeks break in between.
I don't think it's 3. It will only be 2, I think, without classes. But again, I cannot confirm anything because it will depend on your lecturers if they have anything. Like they want to give you extra classes or completion of assessments. Like for EAP, you will complete your alternative assessment. For this week here, where they write exam, probably nothing as well. So this is something you have to find out from the lecturers who teach your module if they are having anything at this week. All right, that is something you need to discuss with them. Do you want to go anywhere? Are you going anywhere?
Where, ma'am?
You're gonna stay? Are you gonna travel somewhere?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. I'm not think about that.
Yeah, yeah. So if as long as you're around, yeah, it should be okay. Your lecturers will definitely let you know if there's anything going on in these 2 weeks. Otherwise, you just sleep for 14 days and then continue with your second semester. Okay, so this course schedule, I think you can find it. It's called course schedule. You try and see in your app space.
Okay, ma'am, we had to need to ask other lecturers also if they will be giving us exams or revision week in this week or not.
Yeah, the thing is that now you don't have exams, right? You have alternative assessments. So if your lecturers have already told you they are giving you alternative assessment, then if you ask them, then they will say that they've already told you, right? So it's true, right? That if they've already told you, you guys should know already. But if you want to confirm when they are going to give you things, then you have to ask them. Read your assignment question all properly first, read the guidelines properly first, then you ask them, okay? Because if they already provided things for you, but you didn't pay attention to those things, and if you ask them again, it might be very frustrating, right? So try and read back your assignment questions, your alternative assessments, questions if they have given it to you already. Then if you're unclear, then you ask them.
Ma'am, I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when lockdown will be over, it might be extended a bit longer.
I wish I knew. I am as lost as you. Yeah. So we are just normal citizens because we are in the second phase of FMCO or lockdown in Malaysia. But in the news, it has been said that there might be a third phase of lockdown, in which there might be some conditions that need to be fulfilled first, such as having at least a certain amount of people vaccinated first. Okay, the first one is about 10% of vaccinations have to be completed. Second indicator will be if the daily cases fall below 4,000, then they might consider loosening things in the third phase. And if the ICU usage goes under moderate level, then they might consider loosening things in the third phase. So they have to assess these situations first before they announce anything. So like you, I am also in the dark. We don't know. We have to wait to see what happens.
Okay, ma'am, we are in
Right
the
or not?
we are in the second phase, ma'am.
Yes, we are in the second phase of the FMCO, the lockdown.
So what things are open, ma'am, up till now?
Nothing much. No entertainment. No socializing. Okay, visiting and all is still not allowed. I'm just saying based on what I know. Yeah, and education institutions are still closed. Shops are now open earlier and closing later, 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. now. Yeah, started on Monday, I guess. In the first phase, it was 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now it's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I think as of now, those are the things that are allowed. Okay, and some more essential sectors such as law firms have now reopened. If anyone needs to go see a lawyer now, you can. um these are the things I know about. Yeah,
Ma'am,
the rest of, yeah.
ma'am, barber shops are open?
What shops? Barber?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, only to have a haircut. You can't go for shampooing or shaving and all that. Only for a haircut. And you can go for a car wash as well. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Electronic shops are open?
Electronic, it depends on what kind of electronic shops. What do you want to do? What kind of electronic shops you want to go to?
Ma'am, lawyer.
Oh, Laoyat. Good question. I don't know if that falls under essential services or not. Telecommunications. You might need to call Laoyat up. Yeah, that I really not sure. I'm not sure about. If anyone knows if Laoyat is open, maybe you can tell your friend if it's open or not.
Ma'am, it is still necessary to go in a taxi, only one passenger in a taxi.
I think it's two. Two are allowed. In Klang Valley, you are allowed to have two people per taxi or a e-hailing ride, from what I know.
So from second phase of MCA, we can in a taxi go by two.
Two, yeah. Even in the first phase, two people were allowed.
No, ma'am.
In KL, in Selangor, two people were allowed.
No, ma'am. They said that only one passenger is allowed in a taxi.
Oh, okay. So read the guidelines nicely. If you're using a Grab car, for example, just go to the Grab, the main page there, and see updates. Always see updates there, because it's just sad that things keep changing, and we have to keep track, especially if we are moving around. Yeah, so you read the updates there.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for the information.
Yeah, no worries. You just keep yourself updated. You can always go to the National Security Council website to find things out.
Ma'am,
All
can
right.
you share the link if you don't mind?
Let me find the link first. Just a second. Guys, sorry, yeah, we are just helping your friend here. If we don't help each other, then how, right? Because imagine if you are alone in another country. Okay, the thing is that this one is now in Malay. I hope there is the English version. Um, Wei Huan is right. You can go to the Telegram channel as well. But the Wei Huan, is the Telegram in English or in Malay? Because the problem is that a lot of things are in the Malay language, but I'm sure there should be English as well, because some Malaysians also don't speak Malay. The link, if yours works faster than mine, please share it, yeah, for everyone's benefit, okay? It's just loading and loading and loading. Is it my internet or what? Okay, is there anywhere we can change the language? Um,
Ma'am, the option was coming translate to English, so you cross it.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Sutej has given us the link. It's also in Malay, right, Sutej? Is there an English version for this? Or is there an option to...
Yeah,
if you
can send it
translate it, I don't know if it's Google Translation or what, yeah? It's okay. Later, if we find a translated version, if anyone finds an English version, just help share the link with your friend, yeah? Because I know it's not easy if you're alone around and you need support. You can always contact the university's student affairs. They are quite helpful.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, if there's anything you need to move about for something important or whatever, go tell them and inform them. That's important. Inform them in case anything happens, right? They know where you are and what's happening with you. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So the link that Sutej shared is the same as the one that I've opened here. Okay. But if there's an English version, we'll share it with you. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys, for helping your friend out. Yeah. Okay. Let's hope. I don't know. We are hoping a lot. Even now, Australia has gone back into lockdown in 4 major cities. Don't know. Only time can tell probably what's gonna happen. Never mind. Okay, guys. We continue with the lesson today. Okay, but before that, may I know if any that needs to see me? Okay, that needs to see me for their group assignment today. At least then I can plan the lesson accordingly. Any group that wants to ask questions, or you need to get something checked, or or you need, like, for example, you want to do a rehearsal with me. Any group, I give you a few seconds. Think about it. If you need to ask your friends, because once I know, then I can plan the lesson accordingly. Yeah, I mean, it's planned, but I've got plan A and plan B. If you're okay, say group 1 is okay, or group 2 is okay, or group 3 is okay. If you need a discussion, let me know also. Okay, group 3 needs to discuss something, okay? Can? Is it like a major issues, Sutej? Okay, group 1 wants a rehearsal, all right? Then at least I know in which order to visit the groups. Oh, okay, so Sutej is just a few questions, all right? Okay, in that case, maybe I'll go to group 3 first. Samuel wants a rehearsal for the group. Ken, maybe just for a few minutes, yeah, because I don't need to be there for the whole 15 minutes, right? So just maybe for a few minutes. Group 2, you okay? Okay, the rest of you, okay. So we will use this group discussion. The group assignment thingy for the end of the class. Yeah. Okay, we will do that at the end of the class. I am considering giving an extension for the submission. Okay, maximum till Sunday only, because a few groups, not your class per se. Yeah, some people are not cooperating and this and that, and people like me like to give chances. So probably there will be an extension till Sunday. Okay, so I'll release an announcement with all the necessary details. Okay, so for your group next week, you guys are what, T4, is it? T4. T4, the discussion will start with group 3, 2, and then group 1. All right, group 3 will start first next week. So when class starts, all of you guys will attend class as you would, as usual, like how you all were on time today. Very good. So you all just come to class at your 10:45. Okay, just be ready. Two things might happen. Either one might happen. All right, one is everybody sees everybody discussing. That means all the classmates will be in the call, okay, listening to your friends' discussion, listening or taking a nap or whatever. All right. And then the other option will be you all come to class as usual, of course, but then I will ask you guys group by group to do their discussion. For example, when group 3 is presenting, group 2 and group 1, you exit the call. All right, then when it's group 2's turn, group 2 joins the call. When you finish, you exit. All right, and then when it's group 1's turn, group 1 will join the call, and then that's it. All right, so I'm considering one of these. Either way, you still have to come to class at 10:45. All right, just chill, don't worry. You're just going to discuss things with me, and nobody's scared of me anyway. Okay, so nothing to worry about. All right, group presentation, this one, all of you will become the audience, yeah, to your friends presentation, because for that Q&A will happen. Okay, it will take place. Okay, so I hope you guys are already you're okay, you are practicing whatever's necessary and doing stuff okay, right? So I will have an announcement out for you guys today. All right, for all these thingies. Okay, all right, if there's any questions you ask now. Bani, your group 2, is it? So you need a bit of rehearsal. Okay, I can spend about 5 to 7 minutes per group, yeah, to just join a bit of your rehearsal. Okay, so hopefully whatever we want to do today, I hope at about 12 we can finish so that I can attend to you guys. Oh, Sutage, you got questions also? You want rehearsal also? Okay, okay, buy one, free one. All right, can. Now, just a short exercise. Why did I even open that? You go to your files, right? You go to your files. There is a document pinned. There's a folder pinned there, week 10. Okay, you open that. All right, and you open this one, number 1. Okay, author's perspective. If you remember in our lecture 2 days ago, okay, we spoke about the purposes. All right, the purposes of authors. Okay, so that we know how to respond to the text. All right. So what are the 3 main purposes that you guys remember seeing? What are 3 main purposes authors normally have for their readers when they are reading the text? Okay, very good. Cheng Hao, you inform, entertain, persuade. Yeah, so good. So this is just to kind of revise a little bit. Yeah, so if you open the document, right, you will see that there's 15 statements there, and you have to identify what's the main purpose. Okay, so number 1 here, we just do number 1 together. A 5-paragraph essay where a student argues people should recycle and not litter. Okay, which one of these is accurate as the main purpose in your opinion? Okay, good. Yeah, you guys, the ones that have answered, Samuel, Zhao Zheng, and Cheng Hao, and also LLM. Good. It is to persuade, right? So you need to see the context. Yeah. So people should recycle, not litter. So you are giving advice. Okay, good, Saad. Yeah. This is persuade. So guys, what I would like you guys to do is to spend no more than 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes is more than enough to complete all this. Okay. You will put your answers in your meeting chat individually. Okay, individually. So write number 1 is what, number 2 is what. Okay, what are your answers? Now is 14, now 15. Okay, don't post your answers too soon. Maybe after 6 or 7 minutes only, you post your answers. I don't want people to be copying. All right, once a majority is done, then we can just go through the answers very quickly. Okay. Otherwise, then we may wait till the maximum of 10 minutes. All right, if you have no questions, please kindly do this practice, a quick, simple one. Okay, thank you, yeah, guys.
Miss, where's the file again?
The file is in your files in a folder that has been pinned right till the top. Okay, in your you will see week 10 there, okay, and it's number 1, document number 1.
Ma'am,
Yes, Aunt.
ma'am, we have to do in a group or we have to do separately?
Separately, you do this individually.
Okay, ma'am. We have to write in a chat box.
Yes, in the chat box. So for now, you just type it out. Don't post your answers yet. So once you finish already, in a few minutes time by 11:25, then you post your answers.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys, if you are done, you can start posting your answers here. If you are finished with your part, like a couple of minutes left. Okay, so majority have, those who are present have already uploaded their answers. You have posted your answers. Very good, right? So this is quite a simple practice actually, but it serves as a good reminder to understand what the author's point of view is. Okay, so while scrolling through your answers just now, you can actually see that there's quite a number of similarities in the answers that you've put. Okay, so that's something good. All right, so we'll just quickly go through the answers that are suggested here. Always remember that it is not always that there's only one purpose, right? An author has. Okay, normally there is one main purpose, and then sometimes there might be other minor purposes. Okay, so we try and identify the main ones here from these descriptions or statements. Okay, so you compare this with your answers. All right, guys. So the first one we've spoken about already. Okay, the second one, encyclopedia entry. This is definitely to inform. All right, the third one is about the map of the world, to inform. All right, so you just double check, yeah. Garfield comic, all right, to entertain. A brochure, okay, you might think that this is maybe to inform, but if you see the context, the meaning of it, all right, it's about why people or how people should not shop at Walmart. All right, this is to persuade. You're giving them ideas, suggestions, okay. Fourth novel in the Twilight series. Okay, so this is talking about a novel. To entertain, okay. This is also about the fourth novel in the Twilight series, but what about it? It's a student's book report. So the book report is to inform. All right, so probably when you are reading the report, you are learning something new. Okay, like who are the characters? Is there any new character there? Who was dead? Who was born or whatever? All right, so that one would be to inform. Speech by a politician asking for 90 minutes to be added. To persuade, yeah, he definitely will give reasons why he wants to add 90 minutes to school day. Play by Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare. Primarily, it will be to entertain. Okay, please compare, yeah, with your answers. Instructions on how to play Monopoly, to inform. Story of young men. You might, when you see the story of young men, you might probably say, oh, this is to entertain. Okay, which is not wrong. Not wrong, but maybe it's not the primary reason. Okay, not the primary purpose. You might want to read the context. He learns to resist the influences of drugs and gangs. So what he did was he resisted, which is something good. So he would have told all the things that should be done, all right, to stay away from drugs and gangs, for example. Okay, so therefore this will be more suitable for to persuade. Okay, a letter to Santa from a child asking for a bicycle because apparently the child has been good. Okay, so of course to persuade. Lyrics to a song to entertain. Recipe on how to make chicken salad sandwiches to inform. All right, note to teacher because the student wants her seat to be changed, of course to persuade. All right, so you guys, you can tally. Alalam has already told us that he has 4 mistakes. That's okay, that's totally fine. Okay, anyone who has got their answers exactly the same as this? If you have 1, 2 mistakes or whatever, that's all fine. But as long as you know, yeah, you know, and you understand that you are trying to identify the main purposes. Okay. Okay, good, Samuel. If you got them all correct, yeah, wonderful. Okay, so remember we want to know the purposes, okay, so that we know how to respond. If you need to write an email, okay, as a feedback, all right, you want to write a report about something, you know what to probably say, in what tone, for example, and to follow up with that. Okay, that's why we have point of view as well. All right.
Excuse me, Miss.
Yes.
Can you just please re-explain about the entertain?
Which one? To entertain.
Yeah. What's the definition for entertain?
Okay, when a piece of writing, okay, has the purpose of entertaining people, it normally evokes some sort of emotion from the reader. Okay, whether it's happiness, sadness, or it gets you thinking about something, it alters your mood, it changes your mood. All right, so that's why you've got to entertain. Entertain is not necessarily only funny things, right? When you watch movies, it's all entertainment, right? When you read stories, it's all entertainment with the purpose of evoking or trying to get into your heart, okay, your emotions, your mood. Is that okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Miss.
All right, no worries. Okay. So point of view, guys, okay, we will spend about 10 minutes on this. You'll do an activity after that. This is very much related to what we did in purposes. Okay, so you know that the main purposes that the authors have are to inform, to entertain, or to persuade. All right. Point of view is something that, or POV is something that we every day we have something to say about something or someone. Okay, I don't think a day has ever passed if you don't give your opinion about something, right? For example, if you buy some meal or a dish from a restaurant, you might be like, wow, this is delicious. All right, the person who cooked it is a pro or whatever. Or if you felt class is terrible, oh, class today was awful, blah blah blah. So you always have points of view. Okay, in this case, the point of view that we are talking about here is from the angle of the writer. Okay, so when you are reading something, okay, a text, okay, it is something that we should try and pay attention to. We need to try and know what angle or what perspective the story is being told from. All right, you have the purpose, you know the purpose. Okay, good. Okay, you say that this piece of writing is to entertain, for example. All right, but what perspective is the author using, okay, to tell the story? Is he telling the story from his own experience? Is he talking about someone else's experience? All right, so we'll go into all that in a while. All right, so what is the benefit if you actually figure out, okay, the perspective of the reader, I mean the author? It allows you as readers to get into the character's head. That means you can somehow wear the character in your own mind. You know, some people, when they read things, right, when they read a novel or whatever, they get into the character. Okay, if you feel you are reading Superman, for example, okay, in your mind as you are reading, you're saving the world, you feel that you can fly. All right, the best thing about being Superman is you wear your underwear outside. So all these things, when you know the perspective of the author, you will be able to kind of understand the characters even better. Okay, so there are 3 points of view that we will look at. Okay, the first one is first person point of view. All right, where it comes from the author himself, and then there's a second person point of view whereby the author is talking to someone else. All right, the third person point of view is like you and I, for example, are talking about someone else. Okay, so we will look at one by one. All right, so the first person point of view is the character is telling the story from his angle, his perspective. Okay, and the pronouns are the first person pronouns such as I or we. Okay, but normally it's I. Okay, so you've got, of course, you got all these others. It depends on what sentence you're making, so you have to figure out if you're using personal pronouns or possessive pronouns, right? Depends on your sentence. Okay, so let's look at this example here. I checked into a hotel called the Olympia, which is right on the main street of town. I was hanging around and I got to talking to the guy at the desk. I asked him if this wasn't the town where that kid named Maneri played ball. All right, you can see all these I. All right, basically I am the main character and I am the one who is telling the story about going, for example, to the hotel called Olympia, talking to the person at the desk and asked him about this person called Maneri who played ball. All right, so this is very simple. I'm sure you do see this in some novels that you read or some stories that you read or blogs on personal opinions, all right, or experiences. A lot of first person point of view is used. Okay, so I think this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, if you have any questions in between, you do ask, you please ask. Yeah, all right. Moving on is the second person point of view, which is not used as much, all right, which is rarely used, okay, in novels, for example, in stories. But you can see this when you are when you have text in the form of audio or video, for example, okay, you are listening, you are driving, and then, or you're sitting in the car, you have ads, right, on the radio, commercials on the radio. Have you experienced this? Do you like this? If you want to solve this problem, if you want to make money fast, this is what you should do. All you have to do is pick your phone up and dial this number. All right, fortune and prosperity is all yours. So all this kind of second person point of view, normally, right, you can see it in commercials. All right, so you'll use you, or the type of your, this is your, all right, yours, that kinds of pronouns. Okay, so this is just an example that you will rarely see. Okay, it's different if you are writing a recipe. You are telling people what to do. First, you have to chop this. Then you will add in oil, this. Okay, I'm the wrong person to give you recipes. I don't cook. So you've got this, for example. You walk down the 5th Avenue every day on your way to work. Today, on a whim, you stop at the flower stall and buy a red carnation. The sales lady helps you pin it to your lapel. You pay her and merge back into the crowd. All right, so it is telling the story from a second person point of view, which is very odd to a certain extent. Yeah, so it depends on the type of writing, type of text as well. All right, so mostly like in ads, you can see this. Okay, so the first person was used quite a bit, second person not so much. Okay, but when you have the third person point of view, this is from the point of view of the narrator. Okay, the pronouns are like all this: he, she, it, they. All right, it's like me and you talking about another person or another group of people. All right, or an animal, for example. So it is the point of view of the narrator fully. There are 3 categories here. Okay, so you will need to know roughly what they mean for the practice after this. Yeah, the 3 categories for third person point of view are objective, limited, and omniscient. Omniscient is all knowing. Okay, so we will look at this one by one. All right, the first is your objective third person point of view. Okay, from the name itself, you can kind of know, okay, what it means. So the third person objective point of view, okay, has a narrator that is neutral, not privy to the character's thoughts and feelings. That means the narrator is not concerned, is not focusing on what the character is thinking or what the character is feeling. No, because what he is focusing on is what he observes. All right, that's why it's an observational tone, like a camera. Okay, whatever is clicked at that time, that is what is reported. Okay, so whatever the narrator sees, that is reported. All right, he can't go into the head or the heart of the character. No. Okay, so as a reader, for example, when you are reading a piece of work that follows the objective third person point of view, as a reader, you can only kind of know what is going on, but you don't know the feelings, or the thoughts of the characters. Okay, that's why it's called objective. A simple example is like this. The alarm clock sounded. Okay, so the narrator can hear or can see the alarm clock. Okay, there's some sounds there or whatever. All right, Brian cut off the clock. Okay, he can see the action of Brian switching off the alarm. All right, and he can see the action of Brian jumping out of bed, and he had a smile on his face. And the narrator is only reporting that Brian is smiling. That's it. He has no clue. All right, and he doesn't give us readers the clue why Brian is smiling. He cannot conclude that Brian is smiling because he's happy. right? There are different types of smiles, right? So Brian might be smiling because really he's happy to be alive. All right, a new day has come. Or maybe he's sad inside, but he's still trying to smile, trying to be positive, for example. So for this one, just remember the situation will be whatever is seen is written about. There is no indication of the feelings and the thoughts of the characters. This is objective. Okay, but when you have the second one here, all right, which is limited third person point of view, all right, the focus is only on one character. Okay, the focus is only on one character, and the add-on here is that the narrator can tell you, okay, what that one character is thinking about or feeling. Okay, so there is like an addition here from the first one. You know what the character is thinking and feeling, but it's only about one character. Just like this one here, for example. So the character here is Angela. Okay, Angela felt cold as she waited on the corner for the bus. Okay, so there is here, we know how she's feeling. She's feeling cold. All right. If it were objective, you will probably just write Angela waited on the corner for the bus. That's all. Right. But now in this limited third person point of view, we know what she's feeling. All right. She's feeling cold. All right. After about 10 minutes, the bus came to the corner where she stood. She got on the bus and then realized that she had no coins to put in the fare box. All right. So now we also know that there is a thought that has occurred in her mind. She had a realization that she had no money. Okay, so this is about one character. That character is called Angela, and we know Angela's thoughts and feelings because this was written in the limited third person point of view. Okay, so this is your second type of third person POV. The third one is like God. Okay, your omniscient third person point of view. All right, or we call it all knowing. All right, this point of view has got the narrator, okay, narrator telling you what any character in the story thinks or feels or does at any time. That means if there are 20 characters in the story, the narrator can tell you about all these 20 characters, okay, what each character is doing, okay, what each character is feeling or thinking about. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I think this point of view, the omniscient third point of view, third person point of view is used a lot in novels, all right, in stories or in reports, for example. Okay, such as this example here. Okay, we know there's one character here, Kurt. Okay, we know what Kurt is thinking. Okay, Kurt was thinking about the costume party tomorrow, and he had come up with an idea of what he's gonna wear. All right, and then comes another character here, Claire. Claire is having a conversation with Kurt. Are you going tomorrow? But she's got something in her mind. Okay, she's got a prize-winning idea, but she's going to keep it a secret. All right, so we know what's going on in her head. All right, she smiled to herself. So if you say she smiled to herself, full stop, that becomes objective already, right? But now there is a continuation. All right, because we know what she's thinking about. All right, the large box of blue tissue, large box and blue tissue paper waiting at home. We know what is going on in her mind. We know how Kurt was thinking, was feeling, sorry, and there are multiple characters here. Okay, that's why this one is omniscient. It's like a combination of the first and the second, and this one person plays the role of God, knows everything. Okay. All right. So this one is nothing. Don't worry. Later you will do a practice. This one also is nothing. It's just a lame thing where you will just rewrite in the third person. So basically, it's just saying that, for example, here this sentence is in the first person point of view, right? Malam, blah blah blah. If you were to change it to third person, it will just become, for example, we know they are using he. His alarm doesn't go off on time, and he jumped out of bed and or by using present tense, right? His alarm doesn't go off on time, and he jumps out of bed and trips on his book bag. All right. When he finally gets to the bus stop, sees the bus just turning the corner. Oh no, he missed it. He starts walking to school, realizes his shoes don't match. He has on one tennis shoe and one loafer. Okay, sad story, bad morning, right? So, so long as you know the points of view, that is good enough already. Okay, because if you remember what we saw on Monday, purposes and point of view work hand in hand to help us know how to respond to a text. Okay, do you have any questions, guys, before I give you the link to the activity? Any questions, all 16 of you? So easy, right? Okay, good. I will not give you a break because we already took some time just now. Okay, I'm going to post a link for you guys, all right? You will be answering a few questions related to point of view. Okay, please try and access the link, guys. It's if you have played Kahoot before, which I'm sure you have. The same concept as that, you will put in your like the player's name and all that. All right, so you will have a few statements, yeah guys, a few statements to read and then identify what point of view that is. Okay, for master Saan, you will also have like a timer there. Okay, so do your best, to complete the questions within the time frame. Okay, let's see what you can do. All right, it's quite easy, but some will need you a bit more understanding to identify the points of view. Okay, there's only 12. I'm waiting for another 3 or 4 more. Yeah. Let's see if you can finish this within the next 10 to 15 minutes, for example. Okay, if I see most are done already, then I will just end the quiz. Okay, don't mind me, yeah. Okay, because I just need to see everyone's performance. Okay, how come only 14? Who is not there yet? Who is this LZZ? I don't know. Oh, your initials. Wow, Zhao Zheng. So cool, huh? Your initials can become a company's name. Go thank your parents. Okay, 15. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start the quiz. All the best to you guys. Okay, guys, I have to end the quiz here because most of you are done already. Okay, I'm gonna end it now. Don't worry. Okay, there you have your winners. Okay, don't worry if you couldn't finish here. All right. So if you see your leaderboard, your scoreboard here, okay, very well done, I would say, yeah, for your class. We've got in first place, we got Crit there with all correct answers. Well done. Excellent. And following closely, we've got Cheng Hao and LZZ. So glamorous, right? LZZ. If you're a rapper, you'll be like, wow. Very good, very good. Okay, and I think some of you have scored pretty well. A few lagging behind. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's because there is a timer, or maybe because you don't remember the points clearly, or whatever. Yeah, but you need to know, guys. Why or where you made mistakes. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go through this and see if there's any questions that majority got wrong. This one is half. Okay. Narrator knows thoughts and feelings of characters, uses words like he, she, it. All right. Of all characters. So you got third person omniscient here. Yeah. All right. Wow. Excellent, you guys. Okay. This one, even in the other tutorials that I already had, same situation here. Okay, let's see this here. The doorbell rang. Scott bounded down the stairs. Okay, now you know it's about Scott. He looked through the peephole and then opened the door. Okay, Scott did something. Mailman was standing there holding a package and asked if your mother or father is home. Scott shook his head back and forth. Mailman handed Scott a bulky scanning device and said, "Sign here, please." Scott grabbed the stylus and signed his name. If you see all this, it is just kind of reporting what was observed. All right. So the narrator is only telling you what Scott did and then what the mailman did. That's it. So that's why this becomes third person objective. All right. Okay. What else do we have here? This one. This one. Yeah. I think the best one for this would be third person omniscient, but the option was not given here. I don't know, maybe the group of collaborators. The first one was okay, you know. The collaborators might have changed it, but it's okay, never mind. The closest it could get is limited. Yeah, with Violet being the main character. Okay. Not bad, yeah, you guys. Okay, this one, Julie, is about Julie. It is also about Mr. Smith. It involves feelings and thoughts of both characters. So this is definitely third person omniscient. This one, many got incorrect. Let's see this question here about Daniel. Daniel was so nervous about going to Patricia's birthday party. Okay, so we know it's about Daniel. Or even this one had, I don't know if the collaborators changed something. Mom furrowed her brow and said, this would probably be omniscient as well. All right. Did they give this answer? Yeah. Okay. Maybe because, but it's actually omniscient, yeah. Because yesterday when I did this practice, omniscient was there. So I think the collaborators in this quiz might have changed something or other. God knows. Okay. So if you answered limited, that's the closest answer. That's the closest answer because the main character here is Daniel. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Well, I would say, guys, your class has managed to grasp most of what is required of you. Come on, Lalam, don't worry. So if you know you got that 2 questions there where suddenly there was a change by the collaborators of the quiz, because yesterday the answer was different, yeah? Okay, chill, don't worry. All right, so you know
Excuse
that
me,
you've got
Miss.
1 extra
I would
point
like to
there.
ask about the last question.
Sorry, who is that?
Samuel, I would like to ask about the last.
Last one. Okay, wait.
I think limited is fine, right? Because the author only know, no, not that question. The previous question, the previous.
This one.
The one which we just talked about. I think it was 11.
This Daniel one, is it?
Yeah, I think it's fine using third person limited because I think
Alright,
they only know the thoughts and feelings of one person, right? That's the
correct,
point of limited, right? And
correct.
here there's only Daniel, I think.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's why the closest answer is Daniel. But the one that why here there's one thing about Daniel's mother fired her bro and said, Daniel, we already blah blah blah. Okay, so that's why the best, of course, but it's not available here. It's omniscient because it also involves his mom. All right, but when you have this as your option, definitely third person limited will be the best answer to go with, right, based on what's available, because the focus is on Daniel. Yeah, so good, I agree with your point, Samuel. Okay, any other question for this thingy? Okay, I think you guys did well. I just wish some of you were a bit more how do I say, proactive. Yeah, but I think you guys are a good class. No, easy, your life's gonna be good. Yeah, don't worry. All right. Very competitive as well, healthy competition. Good. All right, you got one friend there, Alam. Alam is very competitive, right? Wonderful. Okay, so to wrap up your author's perspective, point of view, and also purposes, like was mentioned just now, they work hand in hand, and it's something that we should be able to do as readers to understand what's the purpose, what's the point of view. Okay, so that when we are trying to respond to the text, whether it's an article's title, whether it's a newspaper article or a research paper, a blog, we know what to respond. Okay, um, based on what the writer has written. Okay, because when we fail to understand what someone is trying to tell us, when there's some misinterpretation going on, then there can be effects that are a bit more negative, such as unexpected responses or biasness involved, all right, that could lead to lots of conflicts. Okay, so that is why we should do our best to know, all right, perspectives and purposes. Okay, even in summary writing, essay, and all that. All right, so any questions on this, people? Any questions before I go see you group by group? Okay, one person there doesn't have questions. The others is either you don't have it or you have questions, but you're keeping it in your heart, making your heart so heavy and then stressing your mind as well. Don't worry, as long as you know how to handle it. Okay. Thank you, Cheng Hao. Thank you, Zhao Zheng. Thank you, Kritakorn. Okay, people, so now it's time. I got half an hour to meet you guys, all right? So what I'll do is I will go group by group, and then I will spend maximum 10 minutes only per group, yeah? A maximum of 10 minutes only per group. Don't worry, I will not ask you to come back to general. I'm scared if suddenly some groups take a longer time. So I will go group by group. I will take your attendance from there, and I will put in your attendance for you. Okay, so I'm looking forward to I'm giving my final words for the day, yeah, because I should be alive next week. Okay, so but for today, for you guys, my final words are, I'm looking forward to seeing your discussions next week. Okay, I know you'll all do well. Be ready. Show you are prepared. All right. Be on time in class. Most of you are always on time. Very, very good. Okay. And don't create trouble for your group members. That is one request I have. All right. Don't delay your group members. If you are supposed to have a meeting at a certain time, be there with your group. All right, whether it's a rehearsal or a meeting to get things sorted out, please be there. Okay, because if you cannot attend something, you know you will not be able to attend something, you tell your friends earlier, then you can reschedule. All right, but if suddenly you are like oh, I forgot or what, then how, guys? How are people going to remind you things constantly? They have to worry about themselves, and then they have to worry about you as well for the interest of the group. Okay, so I really hope all of you work well together. Don't frustrate each other. Okay, you guys are good people, good students. All right, and please submit your work on time as well, yeah, to Moodle. Like I said, I'm probably giving an extension till Sunday. All right, if you need to refine work or whatever you have that time. Okay, any questions about the group assignment? Okay, Samuel, I'll go to other groups first. Group 3, just now Sutej was the first one to mention something, right? Maybe I'll go to group 3 first. Then I'll go to group 2, and then I'll go to group 1. You guys okay? You agree or you want to argue? You want to fight? 3, 2, 1, okay? Okay, yeah? Okay, good. Peaceful people, wonderful. All right, so thank you all very much. I'll see you group by group. Once I'm done with your group, then you can already leave and continue with your excellent lives. Okay. All right, I will go to the third group in about a couple of minutes. You guys go to your channels, get ready, and prepare stuff first, and then I'll start visiting you one by one. Okay. Thank you very much for an excellent job today, guys.
Miss, what about the attendance?
I will put in for you after I've met you guys group by group. All right.
Okay.
All right.